What is up? What is going on, guys? It's Wayne from Fade to Black. Hey, I want to also, I'm sorry. I want to, first thing and foremost, always as usual, thank anyone and everyone who has subscribed to the channel in the last week or so, the last month, man. I greatly appreciate it. I think we've connected with a bunch of other people that do a lot of car content, and you guys know I like to do car content as well. So I'm just doing a quick live stream today because I do not think I'm going to be able to get an edited video up this week, and I like to get my videos up once a week. But man, I tell you, it's that time of the month. I'm doing small business taxes, grinding on the computer all night, and I don't really have time to do that. But today we got this Impala. Hopefully you guys can see that. We got an Impala in. Now it's an older Impala, so I like doing content like this because I think that people that are new tinters will be coming in next so many years, you'll get cars like this, you know? And it's cool to see people doing some of these cars. Like in my area in Wisconsin, I don't get tons of sports cars and stuff. I get trucks and I get real world, everyday cars that people use. So, and I think that down the line, you'll see these cars coming up. So that's why I like to do a lot of videos on this. Like let's say a 2015 Sierra truck or something like that. I mean, down the road, you'll see those trucks for years to come, and people will do tint jobs and they'll do visors installs on them. So anyways, today I got the back glass done on this one. Laid that in with no issues. Even up here for this top part, I really didn't do anything special for that. Pretty much just, I pretty much just cleaned it, laid it in, and it laid in really well. You guys will check that out. So that laid in pretty well. I don't have any issues up here. Like I said, I cleaned it and I just laid it in. That's all I did. Installed it really well. I always have those lights up there, so I know it's hard to see. But yeah, so that laid in really well. I also did little corner windows. These are pretty easy. And then we did the back windows as well. Left to do, I have to do these. So that's what we're gonna do right now. This is one of the only vehicles that I will pull these rubber seals out. These rubber seals pull out pretty easily. So I'll pull those out, just pull them out of the channel. And the good thing is when you put them back in, you don't even have to roll the window down. You can snug those back in without having to roll the window down. So we'll do that as well. Like I said before, the car is almost done. Back is all done. And then now we just gotta do the fronts. I got the film already prepped on the glass here. I got two pieces layered together. So we're going to double cut and double shrink. So I got two pieces here. I don't know if you can see it, but two pieces are sandwiched together. So yeah, here you go. Two pieces right here. So I'm gonna double cut those and double shrink those onto the car here. So let's get started and let's do that now. I will try my best to get you guys good angles so you can see what's going on here. All right. Let's see. I got a couple. Trying to figure out how I can get this. Trying to figure out how I can get the chat on here. Forgive me. Hey, I can see you guys in the comments, so I appreciate you guys commenting. Thank you guys for commenting. I want to try to get this car done, so I won't be able to comment too much, but if you have anything, just leave it down in the description down below. I'm going to edit this and get it all uploaded and get all the tags and everything situated. So right now, let's go ahead and get this front faded. Like I said before, I already had the film cut out. The thing with these Impalas, it gets super tight by the mirror right here. So I want to make sure I can get it tucked in back behind there so we don't get any light gaps. All right. So now I got the film on here. I'm covered over here really well. So now let's go ahead, tack this glass down. All right, I'm just using a hard card. I'm just gonna make sure the glass won't slide around. That's all I'm doing right now. All right. Yeah, I know some of the angles might not be the greatest, but just work with me, we'll improve in the future. Or actually, maybe I should just, let's do this. Let's move. Let's move you guys around over here. Maybe this angle will help you guys a little better. All right, so we got it on here. All I'm doing is hard carding this film down just to make sure it doesn't move. All right, so I think we're tacked in on there. What I like to do is I like to take my Sharpie and I like to trace the edge of where I need to be here. All right, got my side. Let's trace the bottom down here all the way over until this top edge. And it's kind of tough to get in there, but just do the best you can do. All right, so this is like the Ralph Van Pelt method. So I got my edges. Now I'm gonna add some power to the car and go ahead and get this window down. All right, so what I like to do here is to get rid of some of this excess film that I don't really need. I don't need that. All right, so we'll just set that aside for now, and I'm pretty sure that this glass should be stuck on here. So now we'll go ahead and we'll bump this window down a little bit so I can get that top edge. All right, without kinking your film up. It's pretty much all you need to go. So now I can see my top edge through the film. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and make my extra mark there to get that top edge on both sides. All right, so now I can see that whole top edge. So now what I'm gonna do is snap my razor blade out and get this laid up here. Just take your time, ride that top edge all the way back over here, and then pull away from your film. Pull away again. So now I got that clean top edge, all right? So now I'm gonna take this over to the peel board, we'll shrink it, and it'll be ready to install here soon, all right? All right, so let's go over here, check this out here. Make sure you guys are in frame. All right, a little bit off, here we go. All right, so what we're gonna do now is get this film laid on here. Now, it might be hard to see from the camera, but I made that Sharpie line so I can tell right where my edge of my film is gonna be. So I'm gonna give myself a space all the way around here that will hide behind the seals on the car. My top edge is cut. I didn't cut this on the car on the glass, so all I did was cut this top edge. So now I'm going to give myself room here on the outside of that Sharpie line. All right, and I just leave a little bit to tuck under the sill on the car. Just a little bit of underneath that Sharpie line. All right, and then come over here, give yourself space. All right, so now we got rid of that. What I'm gonna do is get all my edges, corners trimmed up. Get rid of that. Get yourself a nice rounded edge here. All right, got that. This edge isn't too bad. Okay, so now this is my piece, and I got two pieces because I sandwiched them together. I got my bottom edge I can see here. I got the top edge, so all this should be hidden behind the rubber seal on the car. All right, now what I'm gonna do is, what I like to do is I like to shrink on this peel board, so I don't even have to go back to the car at all. So now we're gonna shrink it here. Double cut, double shrink, so that's what we're gonna do. All right? All right, make sure I have my card here. I also just recently picked up this quarter cable heat gun. So I've only been doing a couple cars with it. My other heat guns died. I'll have a video on that when I get a chance, but I'm liking this quarter heat gun a little bit. It doesn't move as much air as I would like most heat guns to use, like some of the heat guns I've gotten used to, but you know, it does well. It heats up, it's light. I like the way it fits in your hand. And also it has these rubber, pieces of rubber, so when you set it down on the ground, it doesn't hit the gun. So that's cool, it hits the rubber first. So we'll give it a shot and see how this gun works out, how long it lasts. All right, so now let's heat this film. So basically we're putting tension in the film here so it sits tighter on the bottom of the window. All right, you don't want to get fingers rolling up, so you want to. I like to heat my film. So I'll just keep doing this until I can see that this film is tight on the bottom here. All I'm doing is heating the bottom of this. I'm just making it have tension here. All right, I'm going to keep doing this until I feel like it's tight and it has enough tension that I'm kind of comfortable with. When you start to see this film curl a little bit, then you know that it has a good amount of tension on it. Keep heating the bottom. Do it again here. So you can see these fingers pop up and you want to heat those out. You want it to be flat. All right, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to keep heating this bottom edge. Because it will have a better install once you get it inside the car. All right, do it again. And you can see this is starting to curl right here, right? This is what we want. So, now just make sure I get all these little fingers out before I'm done. All right, so that should be good. A little bit more won't hurt. Shrinking everything down. All right, so I'm cool with that. We'll leave this. Like I said before, I had 2 pieces of film here, so now I will prep my film so I can come grab it right off this glass. So now we have both sets of fronts here. All right, passenger side, driver side. Now they will be ready to put into the car. So now let's switch up our little angles here and focus on getting it installed here. All right, let's see if I can. For some reason I can't. Why can't I comment? All right, so. All right, so we got the film cut out over there. You know what, actually I'm gonna open this up a little bit more, give a different little angle here, so you guys can see what we're doing. All right. What's up, Jay Burr? What's up, Zach? Hope you guys are hanging out. Hope you guys are having a good day. I had this car and I had another car, but I think I'm gonna do this and maybe reschedule the other car for a little bit later because my time is running a little bit longer and we're doing a live stream, so I'm taking a little bit more time. But right now, guys, let's I ordered another tool, but I haven't got it set up yet, so I've been using this little pouch. I saw another guy on Facebook using a pouch, so I've been using this for a little bit. Let's go ahead and get this glass prepped and get the film installed here. All right, so what we're gonna do, all right, so I got film over there ready to go on. So basically all I do is prep it. So I'm gonna clean everything really well here. The white scrubby. Right scrubbing this glass. Clean this top edge really well. A lot of people might not realize how this top edge is, and this one's not too bad, so always scrub that top edge just to make sure we don't get anything running back into the film. So now I love this black turbo squeegee, and then I got my little razor, and we'll just go over the window here and make sure we don't have any contaminants on the glass. All right. This glass is pretty clean for being older Impala. This is the guy's works car, but I told him, hey, work cars need tinted too. Tint the work car. If you're driving the work car around all day, you might as well get it tinted, right? You spend a lot of time in it. Tint that bad boy. So, all right, let's clean that up. So now we'll get a good squeegee all the way to the outside edge. Now I know we all do things differently, so I think that's one of the cool things about this is how we can all share our different ideas and tips that we use. Now one thing I like to do is wipe this top edge right away as soon as I roll it down and get all that dirt off of there. And then bump the window up again a little bit, and then go ahead and get that final top clean on that edge. All right, so I think we should be good. A little bit of contamination, make sure we don't have any there. So now, I don't use a lot of solution. I kind of just flush the edges here, go over the bottom, flush that down, and then I just lightly mist that. So now I'm gonna go over here and get that piece prepped and bring it over. So 1 second. All right, so now I'm just getting this film ready to bring over to the car. All right. All right, so we're doing 20% on this car, rear of the car and the front door. So 20% sides and rear. All right, so I'm gonna lay that side in. Go ahead and tuck the film behind that edge there. We got playing with this little liner here. Okay. All right, so. All right, so that's in. All right, so got that in. Put a little bit of solution there. And I've been using, my buddy gave me this little Fusion with a handheld thing. I've been using it lately and I like this thing. So we'll just keep using it. Kind of make sure your edge stays there. Looking good, and remember you have to put that big seal back in here, so I'm not too worried about light gaps, but I do have this film lined up pretty good. So now I'm going to grab my little blue tri-edge here and go on the edges, get all that solution out of there. All right, and then what I like to do is take this, go right over this top edge, just to make sure we get that cleaned up. Now this top edge, it's actually sticking pretty well. Yeah, it's sticking good. So cool, I think I'll just go ahead and knock this one out. Since it is sticking pretty good, it's not, you don't have to worry about it. Sometimes you worry about the film shifting, but this film is sticking really well. So I'll probably just roll it up and go ahead and get it done. Sometimes what I like to do is just transfer over to the other glass and leave this sit here. But since it's sticking really well, I'll go ahead and just knock it out. All right, so what I like to do is make sure my edges don't bind up. Okay, there and here before I pull this liner. All right, so liner's gone. I'm missing some solution. And then what I like to do is flush that glass too, just to make sure we don't have anything. And then I'll go ahead and take my Easy Reach. Just make sure I just tuck it back behind there. Both sides. Keep the film down. This door is moving a little bit on me, so. All right. Cool. This thing. Yeah, so boom, that's tucked in. You can probably see that's tucked in there. Little blast of solution. And then I'll go ahead and wipe the top of this panel. Wipe any water up. That shouldn't need a lot more solution anymore. I'll go back to my little Fusion handheld and I try to get all this solution out to the sides so it's not running down to the bottom. Alright. Now I'll get the rest of that with my blue tri-edge, but I like to just push it out to the sides and keep everything away the bottom as much. All right, I'll grab my little blue tri-edge again and I'll just do these sides and then go over the bottom and then go down this side again and then run to the other side there. Make sure I just don't have anything, any fingers on the bottom. And then I like to just take the blue tri-edge inside my towel and just wipe the edges, get that extra moisture out of there as best I can. And wipe the bottom. The side there. This car was pretty clean. I mean, being an older Impala, sometimes you see them, they're not as clean as this, but this car is nice. This car is decent. So I can't complain. I'll get a dry towel now. Just go over and wipe the glass. All right. So that one is pretty good. This one is good. I'm happy with that, where that came out. No light gaps on the sides. I got a little bit of okay, yep, this is some moisture. I pushed that out. So that's pretty good. I'm cool with that. All right, let's go and let's go do the drivers real quick, and then this car is going to be faded out. All right, boom. Last one to do here. All right, so last glass on the car is this one. The rest of it's done. So like I said before, I don't get fancy. I just repeat my steps. Get the outside cleaned here. All right, that's why I like to double cut. You come over here, you're done. All you gotta do is clean and install. Double shrink and double cut. I wipe off the door panel here. Like I said, I don't use a lot of solution. I don't flush and do any of that myself personally. I used to when I first started tinting, but I just don't do it anymore. So it's one of my things. Like I said, scrub your top edges, guys. Make sure there's nothing on there. All right. Solution on there. Now let's go back to my little scraper here. Make sure there's nothing on here. This glass is clean. This car, like I said, was pretty clear. I didn't have anything on the glass, no crazy issues. The rear deck of some of these cars can be full of bugs and stuff, but this one was fine. Back glass went installed really easy. So no issue with the back glass. All right, so a little more solution. Wipe this off. Take my black turbo again. Start at the top, bring it all to this close side. Nothing crazy, I just do the same thing. You know, I don't even think about it anymore. It's just muscle memory. You just do it, repeat it. Okay, now wipe this top edge again because it looks a little dirty with that in there. Little blast. Do one more clean here. Alright. Grab my tri-edge. Kind of flush some of these sides out. Now, I'm gonna run and go grab that film. And then we'll get it laid in. Over. Alrighty, so let's get this one laid in. And this car will be a wrap. Alright, tuck this in first. Okay. Like I said, it's just enough to get you where you need to go. I don't sometimes if you have way more solution than you need, you might end up struggling and getting the film to stick. And then when it's slipping around or it's shifting on you, and you don't want that. So, all right, so I gave myself a nice clean edge. I find that personally my customers, they don't get too crazy. Just put a nice clean edge on there. It doesn't, you know, I hardly ever shave anything. Even if I'm doing frameless windows, I don't shave them. I just take my time and have a nice clean edge, steady hand. You get a nice little small gap, and my customers have been totally fine with that. So, I mean, sometimes you see stuff online and guys say this and they say that, but you know, just try your best just to make your customers, just keep your customers happy, you know. I see something right there, so I want to try to get that out of there so I don't leave it. It's a little bitty, little small piece of contamination on the film. Alright, I think we should be good with that. Now I'll flush it because yeah, I found a little something in there, so now I will give it a little bit of flush. Okay, if I installed it, if I didn't get that, then I would have been good to go, but yeah, I saw that. So now let's line our edge back up, make sure everything's good to go before we get, awesome, I got it out, sweet. Sometimes you get lucky, you can get a little piece of contamination out of there, sometimes you can't, but it's all part of the job. So I got it out, let's keep moving forward. Make sure my edge is clean here, not shifting around on me. Wipe the outside back off so I can see what's going on. It's always good too to check your edges. I got plenty of clearance, no light gaps. So now I'll grab my glue mat, my tri-edge here. Get these sides wiped down. And get this top edge cleaned up here. I think wiping this top edge is important because it really helps the film stay in place. And now I'll wipe this edge out over here. All right, cool. Cool, now that's tacked down good. I'll just go over this really quickly again before I roll it up. Put a little more pressure on this top. Okay. Awesome. Now I'll roll this up. Good to go. Take this key out of here so we don't kill the battery. And I'll watch these I wash these edges as I'm unfolding this tint because you don't want to cause any major creases in there. Pull the liner. And once again, flush that glass on the car because you did just roll it up. Just make sure that's cool. And then flush this. So. Take my tri-edge here again and then make sure we just get this tucked back in there. All right. Alrighty. Nice. Nice. All right. So that's then you can kind of see it came up a little bit higher there too, which is fine. We'll just make sure we squeeze everything out before we call it a day. I wipe this panel back off. So I shouldn't need any more solution. Grab my little handheld fusion. And I try to kick everything out to the sides best I can. There we go. I'll make sure I get back on my top up here because I know I went kind of high when I pulled the liner off, so let's make sure all the solution is out and no dry spots. All right. Yeah, so that looks good. Grab my little blue tri-edge again. Clean these sides off with moisture and go over the bottom. You go up here higher, come down. Clean all that up. Like I said before, take your towel, clean it on all your edges, just get as much moisture out as you can that you can see, and then go over and wipe the glass really well. Window tint, you're not going to get all of it out, but just get it so the customers are cool with the way it looks. I'll grab this and go over just real quick again. Cool. So that looks good. Clean on the edges, clean here. Nothing in there. Now, this is like some of the rare cars, the only car that takes something out of. So I'll put this seal back. Like I said, you don't even have to roll the window down to put this seal back in. You can just line it up on the car. You don't even have to wet these down. They just go right back in. So I took these out on all 4 doors and now I'll put them back in. That's the only thing I took out of this car. I didn't take anything else off. I didn't pull the panels. I didn't pull the seals back. I didn't feel like you need to do any of that for this car. Boom, done. Good to go. So let's check that out. All installed. Seals back in. Door panel's good. It's wiped off. So now I'm gonna go and put the other one back in. As you can see, the car's done. Those are the last 2 windows that I had to do. So we can do it over here on this side. We'll go ahead and install it. Like I said, I know that these come out really easy on this car, so that's the reason why I do it, because you might as well just make it easier if you can. But like I said, I didn't pull any seals. I didn't pop the panel back. All I did was just pull these big rubber door trims out, and that's all you have to do for this Impala. That is it. Just make sure it's in there good and tuck behind there. A little bit of wipe off here. Cool. Done. Get this piece of film off of here. All right, so this car is done. Like I said before, I kind of just wanted to do more of a front window install on this one. I didn't do the whole car as far as videos related. You know, I did do the whole car, but I didn't film all of it. Because I know my other videos, I showed you guys how to do back glasses on cars. This was, like I said, this was similar. Little corner windows. You know, the corner windows aren't that much of an issue on these cars. Just pop those in. These doors aren't that much of an issue. When you roll it down, I like to roll it down low enough so that I can get this and see where this edge goes. Front doors on this, pretty easy. Nothing crazy. I like to watch out for this edge because it's hard to get in there with this mirror. Yeah, but other than that, man, that car is done. Good to go. Yeah, right. Cop car Impalas. I know. Well, now they're using Dodge Charger for everything, right? But yeah, these older Impalas like that, Jaybird. I wish I could respond. All right. Yeah, actually, this actually is my attached house garage. So this isn't my shop. So honestly, to be honest, it's a lot dirtier than what I would like to have. It's so cold out here in the winter. I only use the heat when I'm doing a car, and then I turn it off, and then I'm go back inside. But my shop, one of these days, I'll give you guys a tour of the shop. When it's warm out, I'll show you guys when I work in there. Because if it was warm out right now, I'd be out there. As you can see right now, I don't know if you can focus. I don't know if the camera can see that. But we got snow everywhere. I mean, we got snow piles. Look at the piles of snow out there, and then all the way down our driveway. So I'm staying in here where it's warm, and yeah. So hey guys, I hope you guys are having an awesome day. Thanks for hanging out with me in the live chat. Also, Monday morning, 8 a.m. Comment on the video. What do you do? I've had my little few minutes with Fade to Black episodes that's been going on a little bit, where I just want you guys to comment and talk about what you guys got going on. So I got 2 episodes up already. You can check those out. And then I got another one dropping Monday. A few minutes with Fade to Black, where we can engage and you guys can talk about what you guys got going on. I want to hear what you guys got going on. You know what I mean? So a few minutes with Fade to Black. I got a new one coming on Monday. What's your dream car? Episode 1 was what do you do? Do you tint? Do you work on cars? Do you just like cars in your spare hobbies? And episode 2, what was episode 2? Episode 2 was what is your mod? What is your next mod on your car? Episode 2 was what was your next mod? Me, my Impala's parked outside. I'm gonna do a little more vinyl trim on my Impala, so that's gonna be my next mod. But check those videos out, guys, if you get a chance. Thanks for watching. Smash that subscribe button. Leave a thumbs up, leave a thumbs down, comment down below, let me know. If you guys had any questions on what I did today, I'll hit you guys back in the comments. Until then, stay faded. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.